Hello and welcome to another Superplay video. This time I'm looking at issue 5, which is from March 1993. The price is still £1.95. On the cover here we've got the main feature game, which is Assault Suits Falcon, also known as Cybernator in the West. Obviously with Superplay going for the massive import scene on the Super Nintendo. You know, it's seen as obviously an exclusive review for them, and obviously we've gone from the Japanese side of things. But anyway, I digress. So let's have a look at what's inside. So we've got an advert here for the Turtles in Time still, as mentioned on other videos. It sells for a stupid amount of money nowadays. I mean, it's quite a good game, but I still don't think it's worth what it sells for, really. Then we have got the editorial page. Bailey still the editor there, and then we've got the contents page. So again, like it changed design the other issue. The reviews set out looking a lot nicer, with like a screenshot and then a little bit about it, and obviously what page to find it on, and then we've got all the special features and your regular things listed on the other side. So first up we've got the Super Express, the news. Big news story here: Nintendo health scare. Shows the Sun and the Daily Mail newspapers causing hysteria, really. Around this time people were complaining of kids having epileptic fits and other health scares, so obviously we started bringing in the health warnings, take a break from the screen and things like that. And then we've got some more news on the CD-ROM for Super Nintendo, and then down at the bottom as usual the Superplay profiles, about a bit about the team members. So next up we've got a bit of a news here on Postman Pat game coming out, and also James Pond. We've also got the Superplay hot list, the big popular games we were playing at the time: Human Grand Prix, Super Star Wars, NHLPA Hockey, Desert Strike, Super NBA Basketball. And then we've got 1.5 pages of news and previews looking at Bubsy the Bobcat, which was going to be the Nintendo answer in a way to Sonic. Well, Sonic on your Super Nintendo, because it did come out on the Mega Drive as well. And there's a bit of an interview here with the guy who obviously designed the levels down at the bottom, this John Skeel. Next up we have got more news then on the CD-ROM update from Nintendo, and then also a full page advert here for Super Probotector, a game that I still need to get in my collection at some point. Then we have also got Live from Hell City, which was a really popular feature every single issue, looking at all the big Japanese news and everything like that, sticking with Superplay's style, really, and obviously what they wanted to feature. I think this is one reason I said before why the Sony fans of this magazine. Next up we've got a feature on it's basically the cheat cartridges. So looking at the Action Replay, looking at the Game Genie, two of the most popular ones at the time. Again, I've got my Action Replay. I didn't have anything like that at the time. I just had a normal converter. It didn't let you put in all your cheat codes and things. I have got one now though. And then we've also got 2 pages of Anime World. So down here we have got 2 popular ones at the time: Akira and Odin. It is when I was more up on the anime. I think Phil has still got a load of his old manga videos. So yeah, great memories watching those as a kid. And then we've also got more stuff on the universal adapters there. So quite a lot going on. Nintendo were a big fan of them. Then we've got Datebook, which is the list of games and the release dates, which used to be at the back of the magazine, but now they've moved it to the front. And then we've got the charts. Number one there, Mario Kart. In Japan, it's Final Fantasy V. And then in UK import charts, Super Star Wars and Super Star Wars as well in the American charts as well. Then we have got an interview with John Hare from Sensible Software. We were lucky enough to interview John last year for the podcast. So here he's talking about the port of Sensible Soccer on its way to the Super Nintendo. Obviously it came out on the Mega Drive as well. It's not too bad either, you know, quite good. Just move on. So here is the big review. Assault Suits Vulcan. Loads and loads of screenshots, loads of stuff about it. Price you'd be expected to pay £50 to £60. Obviously that was on Japanese. Out now, well I say out now, out in March '93 in Japan. The UK didn't have a release date at this point, but obviously it did come out as Cybernator. And then there is 2 scores for it. We have got Jason Brooks' review, giving it 91% up here at the top. And then down at the bottom, we've got Jonathan Davis giving it 90%. So both reviews, you know, really, really good, you know, a lot of high praise. And then next up, we have got Rush and Beat Run, a scrolling beat 'em up, or brawler, however you want to, you know, class it as, which was a sequel to Rival Turf, which came out as a very early Super Nintendo game. It had a 2-player mode, which was a massive selling point, and this one has as well. 60% it got. I used to own this. Not really that good a game, but at the time I just played any scrolling beat 'em up, absolutely loved them. Next up, we've got Tiny Toons Adventures, Buster Bust Loose. Absolutely fantastic game by Konami. Again, expect to pay £50 to £60. So it's showing you a bit of each level. Dead colourful. It's a fantastic game. And Tiny Toons was really popular at the time, you know, early 90s. Massive write-up, as you can see in the green box, and we rated that 89%. Then we've got a feature on the Las Vegas CEX from January 1993. So showing off some of the big games that come in. So we've got Aero the Acrobats, we've got Star Fox, what else? Some adverts at the bottom showing Rock and Roll Racing. Some of these games only came out in America. I can't remember 100% if Widget came out with a UK release. But anyway, you've also got a Mario Brothers film here, which isn't really that great. You've got Wayne's World up here as well. That really isn't great. Moving on, we've got some more reviews here. We've got Super Parodius, a game that I still need in my collection. Rated that at 86%, so not that bad a review really. You know, stunning mark there, 91% for graphics. And then next to it we've got Wing Commander, a game which we gave 60%, so obviously not as good, well nowhere near as good, but then again it is a different type of game. And then we've got Super Tetris and Bombliss, 83%, so not a bad rating for that. You know what to expect from Tetris anyway. And then we've got a couple of reviews here. We've got Bulls vs Blazers, 83%, and then next to it Super Volley 2, 79%. Not my type of thing, but not bad reviews really. Then we've got, again, this is one that I do need to get in my list, and it's a really good game. Kiki Kai Kai, also known as Pocky and Rocky in the West. Anyone who's not played it, it really is a great game. I used to have this on a Japanese import back in the day, so God, I'm going back 20 years, you know. and it is one that does sell for quite a bit now, so it's going to be one of the more leaning towards expensive ones to put in my collection. We're giving that 82% down here. You can get it though on the Taito collection on PS2. I'm sure it's on there, I can't remember which one, I think it was 2 different discs. Next up we have got Desert Strike Player's Guide. Can get quite tricky tactics wise, you know, making most of your fuel, your ammo and stuff like that, so a guide would help quite a bit, and also tells you, you know, where everything is here on your maps that they've kindly included. These were quite a big popular you know, mail order company, Zap. They seem to be around for quite a while. So here we've got a Mega Drive advertised, Super Nintendo, Neo Geo, 280 quid. God, that's quite a lot of money, definitely. And next up we have got more reviews. We've got Jackie Crush, a game I've never played. 73% they gave it though, which isn't that bad. I'm just not really into the pinball stuff. And then another feature, well, a feature slash review really, looking at the multi-tap by Hudson. A few games used it, so you've got your things like Bomberman, FIFA, Five Pro Wrestling, I think that is down there. So, you know, you had a few games you could use it on, and it was quite handy as well, so it's something that I do need to add to my collection again. And speaking of the multi-tap, Jimmy Connor's Pro Tennis Tour. Obviously you had Super Tennis, which was one of the launch titles, but Jimmy Connor's got some great reviews around this time. They've rated at 88% there, so you can also use the multi-tap as well. Next up, Caveman Ninja 2, a sequel to Joe and Mac, and here it's saying it's also known as Congo's Capers in America. I've only ever played Joe and Mac, so I can't really comment personally on this, but we gave it 58%, so not fantastic. And then we have Suzuki F1, 72%. They've rated that. Some more adverts here. And then we've got something that I mentioned in the last video, the guide for ActRaiser. So this is part 2. Again, loads of decent screenshots, so you've got an eye of, you know, where you're going, and obviously it explains the tips a bit better. Then we've got another review, which is for a game called Combo Tribes. 57%. I did own this up until recently, but I got rid of it. I used to enjoy it a lot more on the arcades. It's not really a fantastic scrolling beat 'em up. You don't really scroll that far, I seem to remember, even though it's only a year since I played it. But I just loved it on arcade, but at home it just played absolutely awful. And then we've got King of Rally, 39%, so not good at all really. That's one of the lowest scoring games this issue. Then we've also got part 2 of the Another World guide. Again, absolutely fantastic game. 2-page advert here for Games Master, issue 2 with Chaos Engine on the cover. Again, these early Games Master issues were absolutely fantastic. Loads and loads of stuff inside them, and it was probably the best multi-format mag at the time. Then, oh, I can't pronounce this, Sylvian, Shoot 'em Up, 46%, PGA Tour Golf, 60%, Prince of Persia, another game that I do need to get in my collection eventually, 89%. Then we have got The Best of the Best, 50%, you know, your kickboxing type game, not the type of thing I'd be really bothered about. And then we're on to the usual features with Game Freak, loads and loads of questions asked there. As you can see, you know, like, it really does pack so much in, you know, like everyone's asking, you know, several questions, and like I said before, it was really great to read. Then moving on to the Mode 7 for your cheats and Ask AD. Again. And then we've got the playback letters pages. Oh, here we go. This is what I mentioned last time. We've started rating the jokes here on the Kindly Leave the Stage, and basically we give a ward out of 10. The best one there getting 2 out of 10. And also we've got this interesting goal meter. This is something new. Hot, games in your health, do you agree with our reviews, and anything Japanese. What's not, the price of games, adapters, and anything with hertz in it. So that's obviously what we're bothered about, what we wanted to discuss and things. And this was something else Superplay was known for. I'm just going to hold that a little bit closer, the envelope art, where it just gave readers a chance to send in some, well, really nice drawings. Some of these over the years were absolutely fantastic. And then we've also got an advert for Sister Magazine Total. Well, I say Sister Magazine straight, still in the future publishing category. And then we've got the supermarket. And then we're down to What Cart right at the back. As always. Top 5 game characters. Number 1 down here. We've got Mario, we've got Chun-Li, we've got Link, Donatello, and Vanna White from Wheel of Fortune for some reason. I think that last one was a bit of a joke. And then there's top 5 golf games. And then again, your back issues pages and how to subscribe. Charging £23.40 for a year's subscription to Superplay. Complete and utter bargain. And then that's it. Cartography. This is new. So we say what some of the terms mean, your NTSC, PAL Booster, what PC Engine is, SCART, grey import, things like that. So obviously handy to have. And then just again a bit of what's coming up for next issue. Then the back page is Lethal Weapon, done by Ocean. A screenshot there for SNES, NES and Game Boy. Okay, well that was having a look at Superplay issue 5, and yeah, thank you again for watching and see you soon. Bye.